Hello to everyone, guys. Welcome back to my channel where we make complex things simple and easy to understand. So today we have a very special tutorial for you, which I just talk in a minute. But before that, I just show you I'm just using Odoo 16 as usual, and for UI, I'm using Odoo, for backend Visual Studio as usual. Okay, so we are diving into the world of Odoo, the open source ERP system, as you know, and we are going to explain how to create a meetings page and then a completed meetings page. Yes, you heard it right. We're not just creating one but two pages. Okay, let me just talk about what I'm talking about. So first of all, you just go in apps and then here you can type project. So if you already have installed it, that's great. If not, then you can just create it, or just like, sorry, not create this, activate it, or install it. So I have already installed it, so that's it. So you just need to go in project, and here these are the three projects. You can also create a new one if you want, and these are the tasks. So let's dive into a task. So now the model is project.task. If you can see in here, model is project.task. Here, what I'm talking about at the moment, I just want to create a new page here after extra info, and I will call that page a meetings page. In that page, I will add some fields like project, task, schedule date, actual date, and then a boolean field which will be called completed. Okay, this is the first part. Second part, I will then create another page and I will name that page completed meetings. So in that page there will also be project, task, completed date, and actual schedule date, all that fields. So this is the second part, and now the last part is when on the meetings page I will click completed, so that record will be archived or deleted, and that record will be moved into completed meetings page. So that's some like a magic, but it's very handy and very unique subject which I'm going to talk, and it will resolve a lot of issues in your day-to-day operations, in your day-to-day job things. So yeah, so this is the today's subject. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let's just start it, what I have just talked about, and we just go in Visual Studio Code. And for that purpose, what I need to do, this is my custom folder customization. So what I'm going to do in my models, I just create a new file named as, I would say, meeting.py. And as you all know, after creating meetings.py or any Python file, we also need to add it in init, and then it's meetings. Okay guys, before I just go in more details, maybe most probably I'm just going to create two videos for this subject, and I will add two parts, part 1 and part 2. So this is part 1. So maybe because I don't want to add a very lengthy and long video. So after creating meetings.py, what I'm going to do, I'm just creating all the fields or model first, and then I will explain it to you what I have done. So let's add with the basic. I'm going to copy from here and add it, paste it here. Okay, but here the class name will be different, and I will call it project meetings. Right, the first field which I want to make, first of all, just create the name of this model, and I will call it project dot meetings. and after that I will also add description, and I would say project meetings. Right. The first field I would say fields dot character field, and I will create string, I would say meeting name. Okay. Second I would say task ID, so that will be a many to one field, and we make a connection with project dot task many to one, as you know, and we call it string task. We can also say required is true, it's up to you. So that's it. The second field, let me just copy from here, and second field I say project, and the relation will be project dot project string, we call it here project, and what we say here, another thing, we make it a related field, and I would say I will explain it later, I'm just making the fields now. Okay, so this is the scheduled meeting date. We make a date time, okay, or just date is fine. And I will call it scheduled. Right, I also, let me just copy this. And this field I will make actual meeting date, and we can also change string as well. And the last field we say completed boolean field, and we call it completed. So far just the field, sorry, I think this one more field, I say active. I will also explain it to you why I have created this. Right, so these are the fields I have created in this model. So first we are defining a new odoo model in Python. The model is called project.meetings, which is here, project.meetings, and it represents a meeting in the context of a project. Each meeting has a number of attributes. The first is name, a character field which holds the name of the meeting. Task ID, the second one, task ID, and this is a many-to-one field that links the meeting to a specific task in the project.task model. It is required. Next, project underscore ID, another many-to-one field that is related to the project of the task. This field is auto-filled based on the project of the selected task. That's why I have just created it, a related field. Then scheduled meeting date, a date field for when the meeting is scheduled. Actual meeting date, a date field for when the meeting actually takes place, and then completed a boolean field to indicate whether the meeting has been completed or not. I have not added any computed function yet. This is just a field at the moment. And at the last, active, a boolean field set to true by default, used to filter out archived records from most operations. I will just show you later how it will work. And then in the project task model, a one-to-many field called, we just need to create a one-to-many field now, and we will go in project.task. Here project.task already has been created. If not, you can create inheritance file, and here we can just create a field which will be one-to-many field. I call it project meetings IDs, one-to-many field. Yes, okay, project meetings IDs, and I will call it fields.one-to-many, and the first relation it will be with project.meeting, which is here. We copy this from here, we go back in project.task, and the field also, as you know, in one-to-many we also require another field to make it one-to-many, to how it will work in two-way, because this is a many-to-one project or task, so we can add it along with the other field, right guys? And then we can create a string as well, as you wish, and we call this string meetings, right? Okay, so this is this relationship has been completed, and now we can go in project or task. So let's copy this whole thing, because we are inheriting the project or task already we have inherited. So I will just copy and paste it, and here what I will do, I will just add project task, I would say inherit, and meetings, inherit meeting custom, or anything you can just write according to your, or you know what, because already we are doing it, we are already inheriting a record there. So what I need to do, we are just doing XPath. So here, first of all, we are just, because already a page there, so we say page, and there is also a method there which is called last. So what we are saying, that create this page after the last page, right guys? So just delete this one, and here we can create a new page. Page name is, we call it, I would say meetings, and string and string as well, I would say meetings, and then okay, this is a page, and then we will add our one-to-many field, which is this field. So this is our one-to-many field. You already know that how to create a one-to-many field in the view, and then we can say editable. We would say bottom, because we don't want to open a form view, we just want to edit it right on there, and we call it string meetings, right? Tree is there, and now we want to add our all fields. So first of all is name. Let's copy this field now, because we also want to create more fields here. So first is name, then it's task underscore ID, then it's project underscore ID, and then the third one is here. We also want to add this there, and then the actual meeting date as well, and one more, which is the most important one, and last one, which is completed boolean field. Right guys, okay, one more thing, please don't forget, because this is a security file, because you have already created a new model, so you need to give access rights. So I would say project meetings, then this is ID. Now this is the name. What I just normally do, I just do dot here, but it depends how you want to do it. And then I would say model underscore project underscore meetings, and then base dot group underscore user, and we give all access rights. Okay guys, so I'm just restarting my service, and also going to upgrade my odoo module. Let's go in apps, and this is the module. I'm going to upgrade it. Okay guys, module has been upgraded without an error, which is great. Let's go to project, and I go in my tasks. I click on tasks, test task, any task. Okay, here you can see a new tab has been appeared, which is meeting. If you want to create a new meeting, so as you see already, this test task and renovations project name already is pre-filled because of the related field. We say this is a meeting 1, and schedule date is 9th, actual date is also 9th. We save this, so this record has been saved, which is great. Now we are also creating another page as well here, which will be called completed meetings. So what I'm doing, because already 18-minute video, so what I'm going to do in my next part, in my next video, I will show you how we are going to create another page here, which will be called completed meetings. And when we will click this completed boolean field in our meetings page, automatically this record will be archived. Archived means that this will be present in the database, but that will not be visible. That will be in archived records, and that will move from here to our next page, which will be called completed meetings. So I hope you like this video guys. If you like it, please subscribe my channel, share it with your friends as well, and also share some content as well, or just give me some more suggestions as well, that how we can improve this. Thank you so much guys. Ta-da.